Welcome, welcome. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Check your mood. Because your mood is the way you will behave. You got a baby? Look at the baby's mood. Are they smiley or are they cranky? Do they seem uncomfortable? Check the mood of the baby and it'll tell you what to do. But instead, when the baby cries, oh my God, are you crying again? I don't know what to do. Check the baby's mood. Babies don't just cry because they're bored. They don't know how to express anything else just yet. But if you read the mood, you become the baby whisperer. Is it fidgety? This is the same for children, you know, small children. You just have to pay attention. Is that child always moving? What is it always moving doing? This is how I knew my coworker was in labor the other day. Because I'm watching her, right? First of all, the walk has completely changed. The legs have spread a little bit, so now she's walking like she just got off a horse. But you know she's not on a horse. But she can't close the legs. But she can't get comfortable either. Whether she's standing up, sitting down, she can't get comfortable. And immediately I had the image of a cat. You know how cats get when they're trying to find a comfortable spot, a good hiding place to give birth in, right? That's exactly what she reminded me of. And I said, girl, are you okay? And I'm like, you should be at home. She goes, oh, I'll be all right. Just my back hurts a little. I get to work. And what do I hear? She's in labor. You have to watch the mood, y'all. The mood. I will drill this home. Because I know when you see it, you can't unsee it. You're not in the mood to cook, right? What's the first thing you say? I am not cooking tonight. We're going out tonight. Is that not what happens? I'm just saying. So check your mood. And this applies to everything. If it is anxiety, if it is panic, if it is depression, if it is anger, if you're happy, check your mood. And if you watch, you will see what mood you are in more. And when you begin to see what mood you are in more, you will begin to see why your life has played out in the fashion that it has. Because that mood is the cause and your experiences are the effects. So if you're having the same effects over and over, why is this happening to me again? You are in the same causative mood. I know, I'm harping on it, but for very good reason. If you find that you go home and you're always in the dark room, you are in that mood. How do you think you're going to feel? I have seen some pictures on Reddit where people say, they show you a picture of their room. They go, I've been depressed for months. And I said, you could have fooled me. When you are depressed, you don't feel like cleaning, so you don't. But if you watch that same person and they come back with a picture and the room is absolutely clean and they show you the process, you know what the first thing is they say? I was tired of seeing it the way it was. Their mood changed. They were no longer in the same mood. That's why they became tired of seeing it the way that it was. So they just said, oh, I'm tired of this. The mood changed. So because the mood changed, it became more energetic than depression. So obviously you're going to clean up. It is that simple. And you have been doing it. I have been doing it naturally forever. You say, I'm in the mood for red velvet cake. You let that mood be strong enough. Remember, the intensity of the mood will dictate how much you do something. So if you say, I'm ravenous, look at how much you're going to eat. Right? The size of the appetite dictates the size of the amount of food on the plate. That is all law, but we don't see that it is the law because the law runs ever so gently in the background. But that's the thing we trip over every time because we don't see it there. But if you see it there, now that you do, listen, one of those is going to stand out to you. Mentalism, correspondence. Correspondence is as within, so without, as above, so below. Vibration, everything moves, nothing stands still. And it's moving through the stages of polarity. On one side of the pole, it starts as a seed. But you see that seed? It can only get to the other end as what it is. A mango seed, mango tree, mango fruit. You see the mood now? You see when I say to you, you don't have to decide what action to take. All you did was decide on the mood and the action showed up. That is polarity. You have the seed mood and then the fruit action. Tell me again that the more you struggle in life, the better you are. You may catch these hands if you tell me that. Because every time I tell you, every time I turn around, the law is there to tell you that you should have a smooth and beautiful existence. Does it mean that there won't be a hiccup? Well, there's an ebb and there's a flow. So as Bert and Ernie would say, it's the best of oatmeal. It was the worst of oatmeal. You're going to get ebb and flow. But the ebb and the flow, the intensity of it, will match the intensity of your mood because it must, as within, so without, because rhythm always compensates. You're not going to go 90 degrees to the left and only come back 40 to the right because you're out of balance. And you are never out of balance. OMG. If you were out of balance, the principle of correspondence would be broken. As above, so below. As within, so without. So you cannot be out of balance. So when you hear your hormones are out of balance, no, they're not. They're matching what your problem is. They're telling you what the problem is. Look at the hormones that are out of balance, and you will see what they're telling you. They're telling you this thing is over here. You want to bring it back over here. So symptoms should not be suppressed. Symptoms should be interpreted. Hello? Symptoms should be interpreted. Because they're telling you what is going on within. They're only messengers. So you see how now everything follows law? You see, when the doctor tells you that it's all in your head, he's doing you a favor. He's not dismissing that you are feeling something. He's not dismissing it at all. He's doing you a favor because that is the only place it can be. It is in your head because that's where everything originates, in the mind's eye. And then it plays itself out in the body. So look at the body. Which part of the body is upset? It's going to tell you which mood is at play. Oh, you doubt me? Listen, 5 years of TCM school will teach you a lot. Because we look at moods and we look at which organ is affected by that mood. And then when we prescribe a herbal remedy, the root of that herbal remedy will be spleen and stomach, yes. But then you balance that formula out with herbs that do what? Calm the mind. Because the mind is the root. And when I say mind, I'm not talking brain. Brain is a body part that expresses the unseen. The unseen is the mood. I think I've made my point now. And I know every time you say it, you're gonna go, oh, I just did it. Every time you say, oh, I'm not in the mood, or I'm in the mood for, every time you say that word about yourself and you tell yourself what mood you're in, you say, oh, I'm so not in the mood for that right now. Or if you say, now is not the time, well, clearly you're not in the mood. Every time you say it to yourself, you're like, oh my God, I just did it. And then you did it. Watch it. Watch and see how you'll behave. And tell me if you don't behave according to that mood. So if you see the mood, you can predict the action, yes? Next time somebody tells you, you are so predictable. You know why they say that? Because your mood predicts your action. Girl, you just became a prophet. Not in the biblical sense, because that's a whole nother interpretation. But in the true sense of the word, to predict what seems to be unknown. There's nothing unknown, because every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. So how can it be unknown? Anywho, I am well under my hour. Yay! That's so exciting. I did it all week. I did under, wait, did I? Did I do under an hour all week? I think I might have. Yay! That is so exciting. Anyhow. Oh, itty bitty is awake. Itty bitty is awake. Oh, listen, itty bitty is in the mood, let me tell you. And because he's in the mood, he's a little bit more aggressive. So you got to catch him when the mood wanes. Yes, when he's calmed down a little bit, now you can pet him. Took me a while, but you know, we're there. Observe the mood, and you will see exactly how that person's going to behave. You know what they call it? Picking up on social cues. That's what I suppose psychologists call it. But use the law. Now, where do you think psychology got their information? Yes, the law. Indeed. But they just don't acknowledge the law because they don't know it. They don't, but that's okay. It's okay. If I had never taken TCM school, traditional Chinese medicine, I would not have known what I know now about the law. And, you know, the funny thing is, I always say to myself, oh, what a coincidence that I ended up there. It wasn't a coincidence. I had always been driven by natural things. I wanted to be a midwife, but they didn't offer it in my city at the time. And I said, well, what do I want to do? I wanted to do something in the field where I would use nature itself. I said, naturopathy, homeopathy. And then, lo and behold, I always tell it like this, I stumbled upon. I didn't stumble. I walked right into it because that was the door I opened. I defined what I wanted, and that was the best match. And so as I was there in the textbook, it would say to you, if there's a blockage above, there's one below. And I was like, wait, above and below are the same? And I was like, where's that? And I put it into the search engine. And sure enough, it is the principle of correspondence. And I was like, principle of correspondence? Are there more principles? Yes, 7. Mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. 7. And there set my pathway to learn what I'm teaching you. And I teach it to you because we live it every day. And that's when I realized that manifestation falls under this. But they don't know it. Right? So you see, there are no coincidences. I went down that path because that's the path I chose. I just didn't know there was a name for it. But I knew the outcome that I wanted, which was to treat the body naturally. See? So don't be surprised when you end up where you end up. You chose it. And when I say that to you, I'm not attacking you to say, well, you chose that in your life. No, not like that. You chose the effect. So the effect must bring about the cause that matches it. So when you look at your life and you see where you are, and you hear that you chose it and you put yourself there, you better throw some confetti. Do you know why? Because now you know how to get out. If it's a place that you don't want to be in. Ow. Right? Of course. You're not stuck. So anywho, we're going into the weekend and I won't see you again until Monday, right? I won't see you again until Monday. But as you go through this weekend, watch yourself. Show me what you're working with, right? Watch yourself and see. And remember, judgment is a mood, so don't judge yourself because that's not the mood you want to be in. So just watch, and you will see how truly spectacular you are. Yes. And you will see what you have given, what habit you have given the right to rule you. You'll see it. And the good news is, you can dethrone that habit if you don't want it to rule you any longer. And you can put a new habit on the throne, my beautiful friends. Because you are the power behind the habit. Countdown initiated. 5. Wait, I didn't say hello to anybody today. Because I'm busy yakking with my eyes closed. These bright lights. Wait a minute. I don't know who's in the chat on YouTube because you didn't tell me, but I see you. Hey. Twitter is as Twitter is. Twitter is for the replay gang. Who's on fan base this morning? Come on now. Ooh, honey is in the house. Moon and dolphin duck. Big Mike. Beautiful ones. Hello. I see you. And Ray Ray is in the house. See? That habit is so strong because I've been welcoming you guys for years. That if I don't do it, it prods me. So you just saw in real time that a habit will always fulfill itself. Well, I had to. I started the countdown, but I had to come back because there was something missing. I've started a habit of welcoming people, and I've been doing it for a while. And so if I don't do it, I'm like, oh, it feels funny and it pokes you. So you have to do it. That's the power of a habit right there. The force of the habit. Anywho, now you know. So I do love you. 4, 3, 2, 1 love. One heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Listen, if Bob Marley don't put you in the mood. Hello? The mood for what? Stir it up. I better stop before the Marley song come for me and they royalties. What? Oh my word. There's just something. 3 little birds sat my doorstep singing sweet songs. The melody's pure and good. Sing it. This is my message to you. So baby, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, everything is gonna be alright. I love you all, man. This is shaping up to be a beautiful day, even though the sun says, "Oh, I'm not ready yet. I just want to stay in bed a little bit longer." That's exactly what the sun is telling me today, because it's not outside yet. So if you look at that pattern, you're going to see fall is here because the sun takes a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. Yes. Anyhow, for real. For real. Let's go, babies. Enjoy this glorious weekend and check Eric your mood, right? Peace out. Mwah. I love you.